To California, the illegal immigrant acquitted in the shooting death of Kate Steinle. He's accusing the federal government of vindictive prosecution. That's his defense against federal weapons charges. He's citing public statements and tweets by President Trump about the case. Now, lawyers for the convicted felon, Jose Garcia-Zarate, said, quote, "This case was highly publicized. President Trump began to use our client as a symbol of the dangers of illegal immigrants and the need for a wall between the U.S. and Mexico." Now, Kate Steinle was fatally shot in the back while walking with her father and a family friend on Pier 14 in the sanctuary city of San Francisco. Garcia-Zarate's defense argued the murder was an accident. Joining me now, Trump 2020 Campaign Media Advisory Board member Gina Loudon. Okay, Gina, there is a fatal flaw in this illegal's, quote, vindictive prosecution claim. It could cause him to lose the case. And this is why his case is, it looks to me and the critics, as a big waste of tax dollars. Let me spell it out. This illegal was already found guilty of being a felon in possession of a weapon, also immigration charges as well. The federal government is now bringing federal weapons charges against him. So under the law, he can't claim vindictive prosecution over something he was already found guilty of.
Well, exactly. And I'm not a lawyer, but I would certainly agree with you, Liz, that this sounds very fishy to me. This sounds like, I feel like the criminals have figured out in our society that they can just keep suing people and just keep costing taxpayers money, and then that somehow the good guys will just back down. This looks like this attorney is looking for another 15 minutes of fame and using taxpayer dollars to do it. I think that's exactly, I think you nailed it.
Yeah, and to your point, he had been deported 5 times. He was wanted for a 6th deportation when Kate Steinle was fatally shot. Does he have any right to accuse the federal government of anything?
You wouldn't think so. Certainly not in a civil society that the left likes to talk about all the time. But, this is the thing, Liz. They have turned California, with their sanctuary laws, into sanctuaries only for criminal illegals. Remember, because the sanctuary laws don't protect the illegals who are law-abiding. It only protects the criminals who are caught, are the illegals that are caught doing criminal activity. So this doesn't protect legal immigrants. This certainly doesn't protect other U.S. citizens. And this doesn't even, their sanctuary laws don't even protect illegal immigrants who aren't criminals. Only criminals. That's who these laws are written for.
Gina, and here's what they're trying to nail President Trump for tweeting in reaction to the Kate Steinle verdict. Quote, "A disgraceful verdict in the Kate Steinle case. No wonder the people of our country are so angry with illegal immigration." I mean, Barack Obama was upset with illegal immigration. So was Hillary Clinton. So was John Kerry. Many Democrats. What's wrong with a tweet like that?
They would love nothing better than to try to muzzle the First Amendment rights of the President of the United States. Think about how effective a communicator the President has become, especially on Twitter. They would love to make it so that he's advised by his advisors, or maybe even just by public opinion, to not tweet anymore and to not be empathic toward the attitudes of the American people, which is what elected him and what the American people love about this president.